Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sharjeel, and this is the assignment of Introduction to Medical Physics. And the title of this assignment was magnetism. So, what is magnetism? Magnetism is a force which is created due to the motion of the electron. Now, we know that the electron revolves around the nucleus, and we also know that the electron has a spin. So, magnetism is caused due to both orbital and the spin motion of the electron. And we also know that there is a positively charged nucleus at the center of the atom, which also produces a magnetic field, but it is very weak, so we usually neglect it. In most of the atoms, the magnetic moment of the electrons cancel out because of the Pauli's exclusion principle, which says that each electronic orbit is occupied by the electrons of opposite spin. But in case of transition metals, these magnetic moment does not cancel out. For example, in case of iron, nickel, etc., they usually have valence electrons in the outermost shell, and the Earth's magnetic field is due to the convection currents. Now let's talk about the history of the magnetism. So the history of the magnetism dates back to the 600 BC, where people knew about the magnetism. They used to observe the magnetism in the mineral known as the lodestone. They called it a magnet because it attracted the same mineral and also iron. But the main progress or the basic foundations of the magnetism were laid in the 19th century. Mm. An Englishman, William Gilbert, was the first one who studied the magnetism systematically. Later, Gauss also studied the magnetism and presented the inverse square law. Ampere and Faraday also worked on the magnetism. Ampere observed the current carrying solenoid and the bar magnet, and he saw that there was a resemblance in them. And later he said that the magnetism in the bar magnet is also due to the currents. But the fundamentals, theoretical fundamentals of theoretical work was done on by the James Clerk Maxwell. He presented the electromagnetism, and he said that they are the same aspect of the same aspect of the same force. And after that, the scientists Steven Weinberg and Abdus Salam also worked on magnetism and presented the electroweak theory. Now let's talk about the types of magnetism. Number one is paramagnetism. In paramagnetism, the spin and the orbital motion of the electron support the external magnetic field. That is, when these materials are placed in the external magnetic field, they attract the magnetic field lines weakly, and they become weak magnet. For example, they allow few of the lines to pass through them, and dipoles are formed, and there is a net magnetic moment. For example, in case of iron and nickel. Okay, so number two is diamagnetism. In diamagnetism, they does not have a current magnetic moment, that is, there no dipoles are formed. But when the characteristic of these diamagnetic material is that when they are placed inside the magnetic external magnetic field, they align themselves in direction that they oppose the magnetic field, external magnetic field. And in number three is ferromagnetism. In case of ferromagnetism, they do have a net magnetic moment. Dipoles are formed when a ferromagnetic material is placed inside the external magnetic field. They align themselves strongly. They align themselves in the direction of the magnetic field, and they attract the magnetic field lines strongly. That is, they become the strong magnets. In case of ferromagnetism, uh, the atoms align in themselves in such a manner and support the magnetic field and create the small regions of magnetic domains. The domains are randomly oriented, and their net effect is zero. We can also say that the domains have their own north and south pole. Then the next is magnetic anisotropy. Magnetic anisotropy is a property which describes how the magnetic behaves depending upon the direction of its domain. That is because when the ferromagnetic materials are placed inside the external magnetic field, they align themselves in the direction of the magnetic field. Um, On this, we also describe the magnetic materials in two types: soft magnetic materials and hard magnetic materials. In soft magnetic materials, they align themselves easily, but when the external magnetic field is removed, the domains are again randomly arranged. But in case of hard magnetic materials, aligning the domains is very not easy, it is difficult. However, when the external magnetic field is removed, the domains still remain in the direction of the magnetic field. and and this is known as the magnetic hysteresis. That is, when the external magnetic field is removed, the domains still stay there. What is super paramagnetism? Now let's discuss what is super paramagnetism. It is actually more closely related to ferromagnetism than to paramagnetism. In It is a property of the small ferromagnetic nanoparticles. That is, in nanoparticles, ferromagnetic nanoparticles, the direction of the north and south pole is flipped, and the time which this flip take place is known as the nil relaxation time. So that is all from my part. I know this is a short video, so I cannot cover everything, but I guess I covered each of the concept that was asked by the professor to discuss. So thank you.